Let's check on these worms and see what's going on. So, check on the plastic. Looks like there's a couple little tiny ones in there. Put that off to the side for a minute. Let's check on the feeding area here again. Yeah, so lots of worms in here. But you can see all that leaf matter I put in. A lot of that's already broken down. So we're going to have to add new leaf matter into the spot. Let's also take a look at our spot where we were baiting the worms. Look at all those worms in there, huh? Yeah, let's go ahead and pick all that up. Man, that's a big worm ball. Physically relocate these so we get our castings closer to harvest by getting the worms out of them as much as we can before we go and do that part. Oh, there's a lot of worms in here. Hold on. Okay, let's also take a look at the bottom of the bucket. Well, lots more worms in there too, huh? So I think I'll just take a little bit of the food that hasn't been eaten yet. I'm going to move everything else over. Try to pick out some of the stragglers that are still in there. And we can reload this with some fresh stuff. We'll put just a little bit of the food I got prepared. Put that in there, and we'll put a little bit of the castings on the top. Let's just help keep bugs and stuff out of there as much as possible. We'll set that up for another baiting operation. Now for this side where we just moved all those worms, and they've already broken down a lot of that material. Take a look at the bag I put in the bottom. You know, that was a brand new bag, and you can see it's already getting destroyed. So let's go ahead and do a feeding over here. This feeding is broccoli, some zucchini, orange, some banana, lemon peels, and I feel there's something else that was in there. I just don't remember what it is. Anyways, so we'll put that in. We'll add a whole bunch of fresh leaves. I wetted these leaves down with some rainwater. So that'll be lots of fresh bedding for them to work on. And hopefully keep them occupied over on this side of the bin and draw any worms that are still over on the right side back over to this side. Alright, so with that feeding area taken care of, let's just evaluate the castings. Now the moisture level in these is pretty good now, and I think they're at a moisture level now where I could harvest them without too much difficulty, except for having to pull any worms that are still in the spot. So we'll let that go one more week, and then we'll probably do a harvesting of the castings at that time. I'm going to go ahead and cover this side back up, and let's check on the Mariner bin. Alright, now we're on the Mariner bin. I'll take off the bubble wrap. I don't see any worms in there currently. So if there's any in there, they must be pretty small. Got some worms here on the top. And we fed over in this area last week. You can see they're converting all that leaf matter I put in this bin over pretty quickly. But there's still enough in here where I don't need to reload it just yet. And then on this side of the bin, there's still a good amount of leaf matter in here too, along with a few potatoes growing. So let's dig over on this side, I think. Yeah, look at that. They're destroying the paper bag on this bin too. Anyways, we'll go ahead and put a spot right there. Dump in the food. And this bin, I'm going to add some cornmeal. Now for grit this week, I'm going to add some azomite. This is the highly powdered stuff. And I'll add grit for them to use in their gizzard. And also add some minerals to all this material. And I'm going to also spread some on just on the top in general. Once I get done harvesting the Riker bin, I'll do the same on that bin. Okay, with that done, we'll go ahead and put the bubble wrap back on top to help conserve the moisture in the bin. And we'll call it done.